Good evening, folks. So, earlier this morning, I got on and I did a quick video. And in the course of the video, I was explaining that I'm tired and I'm run down and, well, worked another 9 hours today. Don't get me wrong. I'm not humping hods of shingle to the top of a roof, okay? I'm not doing heavy manual physical labor, but makes for a long day. Neither here nor there. No pity parties, right? I was just saying, I'm burnt out. I'm tired. Well, I log in, I go to my regular podcasts, and I find out that Matt and Blonde have dissolved their show. I've been watching that show for, I don't know, over a decade. Great show. Loved it. I guess Blonde just kind of flipped her wig, and Matt might have had something. I don't know who did what. You know, you only ever hear the stories, and somewhere between one side and the other in the middle is the truth. But it seemed odd. And then later on this afternoon, I'm flipping through the channels, and Tim Pool comes out, and he's losing his shit. He's just done. He is burnt. The point of this is, it seems like everybody is just getting fried. And I think a lot of this is due to the current political cycle. People are just, life flight, no biggie. No, sheriff's office, still no biggie. It's this machine, and especially to people like us who spend so much time in that sphere. You get hammered and you get hammered and you get hammered, and it accumulates. And so everybody's cortisol levels must be through the fucking roof. And that's why you see people starting to spin out. They're starting to lose their shit. The other thing is, salute. This is an okay Pilsner from a local brewery, but nothing I would recommend. I'll do the review on it. And then the other thing is, so I don't know if you watch Cliff High. I watch Cliff all the time. Love Cliff. I don't get him enough anymore. I don't get his feed anymore. And I got to figure out where the hell he has gone to. Neither here nor there. He talks about a great awakening, like the veil being lifted. I forget what the hell he calls it. It'll come to me. Where he's more in the spooky woo-woo side, and he's talking more about like a celestial events, not really a convergence, but Cliff knows his shit, and when he talks, he makes sense, and he's saying that the hyper novelty is here. And people are starting to wake up, and people are starting to notice. And that's true. I see it all the time. And again, I have no problems helping guide people down the rabbit hole. QT Michelle, she's one of us now. She stuck her toe in there, and then one day she was talking to me and Mills, and we found out that, well, she's one of us, so we need to help her along the path. She's a really, really nice girl, though. But the hyper novelty is dropping on people who aren't expecting it and didn't know it was going to come. So the other thing is, we have the lessening of the magnetic field on the planet, and we know that is going to affect the way your brain functions, because you're just an electrochemical computer. And we've seen incrementally people's behavior getting a little weirder and a little weirder and a little weirder. And so much like changed migration patterns, or whales beaching and stranding themselves because their internal compasses are off. Well, people's internal compasses are off too. So I just thought it was really odd that cluster popped up. It was somebody else that lost their shit too, and I forget who it was. But it seemed like boom, 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 boom. There are no coincidences, right? There are no coincidences. And when you see shit like this happening, you got to step back and take a look. And, well, you know what they say, right? Once is an occurrence, twice is plottable on a graph, and 3 times is, well, the charm. But I think that's where we're going. I think that's where we're at now, and I'm sure it'll pass. But I think maybe all of us just need to take a step back, turn this stupid machine off, and get out of the loop of stress, right? Because that's all this is. This is all just stressors, synthetic. They don't mean anything other than, well, the world is hanging in the balance, and if Trump doesn't get in, civil war, and this and that and the other thing. Like I said this morning when Montana Jim was asking me, I'm like, dude, I'm so burnt and so tired, man. Don't get me wrong, because I wear a very large tinfoil hat. I believe it is all part of the plan. I said it months ago that they would try to do this, that they would try to hammer us so hard in so many directions that we would lose focus. And when they do that, you need to step back, you need to unplug. No, man. You need to step back and you need to unplug and just try to recenter. But that's not going to happen. Where is 22nd? So we have 9 days. 9 and 5 is 14. 2 weeks to the election. And then another 4 months until they count all the ballots. So, that's that. I don't know, man. On top of that, the good news today was, I guess Rogan said he was going to have Trump on. That's going to be interesting. I wonder if we can get Donnie to light up like Elon did. I'm going to go with no. But that's what I got. So if it's hitting you too, don't worry about it. Just let it slide, man. Just pull back and step back. No, you're not alone. We're not the only one. It's all of us. I'll catch you on the next one. Adios.